Major improvement that we've seen in our facility was overtime reduction. The inefficiencies in processes such as long changeovers, running with large batches, was creating actually big spurts in demand either in supplies or within the process resource-wise, and we would always be behind schedule. So to compensate for those delays, we would run longer, we would run longer days, we would run on Saturdays, and we finally looked at our inefficiencies and said, well, if our changeovers were quicker and if we were running more products more frequently, well, we could probably cope with our customer demand. So first approach was looking at our machineries and start identifying issues where we would spend too much time changing over. So we actually came from a 50-minute changeover down to a 10-minute changeover using SMED, single miniature changeover dies principle.
One of our challenges has been to have the right inventory to support our production line. And not having an MRP system in place, that has been a challenge for us all along. With the lean manufacturing process that we have implemented for several of our product lines, it has enabled us to manage that inventory a lot more effectively.
One critical element of Kaizen is for management to allow the teams to stop production during the week. It's always a difficult concept for management to understand. You want to empower your teams, and to do that is by supporting them and allowing yourself to either build up some form of buffer so you can shut down the lines, and then allowing the teams to go in there and make and implement the changes necessary to be successful. The teams walk away from this with a lot of enthusiasm because they see the buy-in from management, and it's very, very crucial to the success of your program. As you go into it more and more, you're going to want that buy-in.
We provide profit sharing to the employees. So in addition to a 401k, they get profit sharing. So when we're running the business smarter and we're reducing costs, then they're benefiting as individuals. We also have a big emphasis on employee development. So as they undertake the lean training and implement the lean initiatives, they're developing as individuals, which is enabling them to frankly increase their earning power as they bring more value to the company.
First thing that I'm recognizing already is the production cells and the floor. Everything's being moved around, and we're going to minimize the, I guess, the waiting period or the walking area. They're going from A to B to C to D in our production cells. And so that's going to be the biggest improvement.
This particular workshop is actually focusing on the process flow and the future layout of the facility.
Typically the Kaizen team makeup is 1/3 of the participants are in the area where we're looking to Kaizen, the process owners. The other third is the supervisor to that department. And the third is what we call the infants. Those are the folks that can easily step out of the box because they don't have any ownership in that process. And they're the ones that get the other team members to think about things differently. And when we group our team like that, we get a lot of synergy going in that arena. And the team is able to, take, sometimes things to the next level. And that's what we're looking for.
One of the big things is empowerment. It allows them to really be involved as part of the change. Kaizen is change for the better. They're able to make that change on the floor, which really empowers them to go and be accountable and own a part of the business.
As we are going through the Kaizen events, and those people who are part of the Kaizen, they are the change agents, and they strive for changes, and people see it and see the benefit of it, and they want more too. So that's how it's spreading throughout the company.
I think that any company that take advantage of lean manufacturing, granted that upfront it will take time to learn and process, and it will probably cut down your downtime on production. But in the long term, you can save costs, you can cut out the waste, and then you can be very profitable.
Forecast what it is we're going to need and make sure that we're not overstocking our warehouse. Finding new processes on, how we should order and, where our items should be positioned so that we have a better strategy of when the product comes in and when the product goes out.
As an account executive, we work in the sales portion, so we always want to have product ready on hand. So it's a different way of thinking. And so you have a much different mentality when you're going out there and trying to get equipment out as quickly as possible, but then knowing on the lean manufacturing production how we're having everything come in as a current flow, constant flow.
You cannot implement lean. It's gonna go on forever.
It's great when you see a team that at first part of the week is thinking, wow, are we going to be able to do all this? And then come in Thursday and watch the transformation and the light bulbs go on with the associates. It's great, and that's the synergy we're talking about, and that's why we're LSI.